In this episode of Croc Diaries, a juvenile gorilla gets a little too amorous.
Sticking his tongue right in my mouth.
Playtime gets rough in the gorilla habitat. And drop-dead gorgeous babies go back to the wild of Africa.
Here we go, our lives are on show, working at Australian Zoo. They say you gotta watch your step while you were hanging with a reptile, but that's all I wanna do. It's animal life, it's easy to see. You bring out the animal inside of me. It's animal life, and I can't wait to get back to nature here at Australia Zoo.
It's a heck of a long way from Australia Zoo to London, and who'd have thought I'd be coming to England of all places to study a group of gorillas.
I've just travelled halfway around the world, here to London. I'm going to check out the greatest population of lowland gorillas outside of Africa. So I'm going to go down into the southeast of England to Howlett's Wild Animal Park to go one-on-one with the famous Aspinall gorillas.
We're driving a couple of hours southeast of London, where Howlett's was started in Kent by a wildlife legend, John Aspinall. And we're going to meet up with his son Damien and brother James.
Here lies one of the greatest wildlife people to ever roam the earth, the late John Aspinall. Unfortunately passed away in the year 2000. What a shame. But what he did for gorilla conservation is just astronomical, and that's why I'm here. Myself, Terry, my family have been the greatest fans of John Aspinall, and his work is continued on gorillas to this day. The greatest gorilla conservation you'll ever see. He established this park, Howlett's Wildlife Park, strictly for endangered species and getting them back into the wild.
The little baby is Damien, John Aspinall's son. Damien's daughter continued the same close association with these gorgeous animals.
My dad goes in with Kifu, like the male silverback gorilla,
Yeah.
and he's got bites all up his arm, but they're just like play bites.
Yep.
Play bites.
Yeah, but they're still really sore.
Yeah. So Kifu actually bites?
Yeah.
Like a mouthing thing, is it?
Well, he doesn't normally mean to hurt Dad, but yeah, just like playing.
Yeah. How you going? David? How are you?
Big fan of yours.
Oh, thanks. Gee, thanks very much.
So you met my little daughter? Well, we've got no crocodiles here. So,
I can get you some. Give me a yell, I'll get you as many as you want.
I've got a couple of disobedient children. I quite like them. Can you tame them? Can you sort them out? They're quite dangerous to go in with.
You know what? Someone more trained than I probably could, but me, I'm still learning, I'm afraid, Damien. I'm still learning.
And now for the species that I came for, the gorillas. But I tell you what, you can't take them for granted. They look beautiful, they look calm, they look placid. But by crikey, they're 7 times stronger than me, and if you get them upset, you're going to come apart.
To the roof? To the roof. All right.
At Howlett's sister zoo at Port Lim, John Aspinall's brother James Osborne is showing me how revolutionary thinking has created the world's best captive breeding program.
Well, how you going, mate? How you doing?
They call this the roof feeding, and it's just one of a whole heap of great ideas to keep the lowland gorilla families happy and healthy. It recreates the way they feed in the jungle canopy. They gotta climb and exercise to get their food way up here on top. And then they forage through the hay for anything that drops down, the same way they poke around in the rainforest leaf litter. There's always food to find, so they never get bored.
Means hurry up.
Same thing for clapping. That's like, hurry up, more food.
There you go. She's so funny, that girl. It's Mango, mate, Mango.
This bloke's the silverback, the dominant male, and you've got to be very wary. Like a lot of humans, you can't be certain of how they're going to react. One minute he's quite placid, the next a full-on display, threatening us with his power. He's showing us who's boss. I'm joining up with Damien at Howlett's to meet a family group with a silverback who's still suffering the long-term effects of watching a family tragedy.
She's looking at my legs.
This is Silverback, Queeler, and he's a good boy, but he's got history because his family were butchered when he was a child, when he was an infant.
Good bloke.
And he gets very upset and very well. He actually sees me as a threat, thinks I'm after his females.
Yeah, sweetheart. Ooh, he's on already.
Power. Look at him, letting the whole world know who's in charge.
He's not a big silverback. What do you want?
This gorilla has been totally tormented. If you can imagine, in the wild, his entire family was butchered. They cut their heads off, they cut their feet off. Just disgusting. Here we go.
He's traumatised.
Yeah.
He's like an abused human, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
This bloke's given Damien a real power display. To start with, he's full on.
How's that?
Flexing his muscles, showing his speed and dominance, and then suddenly he settles down. It's like he knows Damien's a good mate, just like one of the family. But with this gorilla, it's important to never let your guard down.
Watch out, sweetheart. Sharing food. If a gorilla offers you something to eat, you have to take it. It reinforces a trust, friendship, and respect. That's just so funny. Damien gives it to him, and he gives a little bit back. Sharing.
Have a go at him. 1 minute like members of the same family, and then quick as a flash, a change of temperament.
Ooh. Stroop, how's the power of those big blokes? Crikey, knock me into tomorrow, I reckon. Well, the Aspinalls are world famous for breeding gorillas, and they're even releasing them back into the wild where they belong, which is fantastic. And I'm going to get the greatest privilege of my life. Damien is going to let me in with two little beauties that are set to go back to Africa.
The gorillas at Howlett's live in a typical family group, just like in the wild. But these blokes will soon be part of a new family in Africa.
Hey, I'm new, aren't I?
Queeby and Keto, they're only juveniles, but let me tell you, they're already strong enough to knock me down and give me a good whooping. But they're just like human kids, fascinated by cameras, and all they want to do is play with the new company.
Have a go at this. These are the gorillas that Damien's got prepped up, ready to go back to Gabon. Back into the wild. Absolutely monumental, historical journey. Well, you like a ride? Yeah. Would you like a ride? Would you like a ride on my back?
I can't believe what an honour this is, interacting one-on-one with the most gorgeous animal on the face of the earth. Crikey, I feel like I'm their big brother.
Taste any good?
These two will be in the wild, walking in the forest.
Come on, up you get. You all right? Jump on. There you go. How's that? We go for a look around?
Listen, we're growling at each other. It reassures him and helps him accept me as a mate.
How is that? Have a go at this. Highlight of my life.
The immediate plan is for these blokes to join 17 other baby gorillas from Howlett's that are already on a rehabilitation program in the Gabon in Central Africa.
Here, look in here though. Look.
They're just so inquisitive, and they've learnt that blokes in car keys sometimes carry food in their pockets. Whoa, they're smart little tackers.
Oh. Nothing in there.
These young gorillas are doing exactly what they'd be doing with other gorillas in the wild, rolling around and rough and tumbling.
Uh-oh. Is that the radio mic?
You've probably heard me say that I'd like to kiss an animal right on the lips. Well, it's dead set true, mate. But in my wildest dreams, I could never imagine what I was gonna get.